We have an update this morning on the health of the U.S. economy. The Bureau of Economic Analysis
diving into a hot topic that's been shaking up the U.S. economy, Trump's tariffs and their huge impact. All right, let's set the stage. The U.S. economy shrank by 0.3% in the first quarter of 2025. That's a stark contrast to the 2.4% growth we saw at the end of 2024. So, what happened? President Trump's aggressive tariff policies are at the center of this downturn. These tariffs, which hit almost all U.S. imports with a 10% tax and a whopping 145% on many Chinese goods, came into effect in early April 2025. The result? Businesses and consumers rushed to stock up on imports before the tariffs kicked in. This surge in imports actually pulled the GDP down. Imagine a wave hitting the shore, initially strong, but eventually it recedes, leaving behind a mess. And it's not just about numbers. Personal spending, which drives the U.S. economy, slowed to an annual growth rate of just 1.8% in the first quarter of 2025. That's less than half the pace of the previous quarter. Consumer confidence has taken a hit too, dropping for 5 consecutive months. According to Mark Zandi, chief economist at Moody's Analytics, the forward-looking elements of the Consumer Confidence Index are already below the level that typically signals a looming recession. He says, at the end of the day, recession is about a loss of faith. The stock market isn't immune either. The S&P 500 index fell 7.3% since Trump took office, and the Nasdaq dropped 11%. This is the worst market performance at the start of a new presidency since the 1970s. While the job market seems stable with a 4.2% unemployment rate in March 2025, the outlook isn't rosy. Expectations about the job market are the worst since 2009. Kurt Carpenter, a small business owner, said tariffs have been worse for his business than the 2008 housing crisis. Now let's talk about the political reaction. Representative Sri Thanadar filed articles of impeachment against President Trump, citing the negative economic impact of his tariff policies and alleging an overreach of executive authority. It's a big deal, folks. Some businesses have seen a silver lining, like Tom Barr, a mold maker, who's received new orders from companies like Ford, but these cases are rare. In short, Trump's tariff policies have sparked fears of a recession, leading to a significant economic contraction. The next few months will be critical in determining the long-term impact. Will the economy bounce back, or are we heading for tougher times? Only time will tell. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more updates. See you in the next one.